Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy 13-2 walkthrough. Alright, so this video is going to be entirely focused on my white chocobo. So I actually went with the white chocobo as my medic. The other decent option, if you're going with the chocobo party like I've done, or the chocobo paradigm pack, is the green one. And there really isn't anything wrong with the green one either, but I went with the white one instead. It's actually got apparently a passive ability that reduces the amount of magic and physical damage just by default. So, anyways, unfortunately, it does start out with two abilities that I'm not that wild about, which is the Feral Surge. Was it Feral Surge and Feral Fatigue? I'm sorry, we'll have to look here again. Yeah, Feral Surge and Feral Fatigue. I don't particularly care about those, but whatever. It is what it is, and that's what they're red locked, so there isn't anything we can do about it. Anyways, so one of the things that I've done is right off the bat, I infused the Necrosis, a level 70. Again, I wanted to go with the Resilience plus 40%, and actually, let me make sure that that's right. I feel like it looked like something else. Yeah, we'll see here. Anyways, it looks like the next thing I'm infusing is a green chocobo. Yeah, okay, so I did go with the Resilience plus 40%. Yeah, okay, so that's good. Excuse me. So the next thing we're going with is the blue chocobo, and because I wanted critical haste. I feel like the white chocobo, or your medic, is going to be the ones that you usually bring in when you're super low on life, and I think some of these critical abilities are pretty good for that. So again, that's kind of why I'm going that route. Now, I did go with a Pulse Gladiator here for the critical Tetra defense. Again, just like the blue chocobo build guide that I did, it's really important the order that you do these infusions, and also pay attention, I guess, to the yellow locks. As of right now, it doesn't look like a whole lot is yellow locked, but there are some. So actually, so resist physical is locked right now. We'll see. I don't actually really remember having to do a whole lot of yellow locks for the white chocobo, just because of the abilities that I, chose. So just looking right here, this looks okay. Again, critical Tetra defense because I wanted to go with the really defensive setup. Same with resist physical. Same with the resilience 40%. Magic 35% just is kind of a, I don't know if I would say it's a no-brainer for medics, but it's just going to increase the potency of your heals. Magic plus 30% or 36% is pretty decent too. Again, kind of just to try to reduce, kind of make it, I guess, make the white chocobo a bit more tanky, and then obviously improved cure too. Again, that's pretty self-explanatory, just to increase the potency of the heals. Now, I do have some questions here on my build, so we will see what I end up doing, but it looks like I'm going to yellow lock the improved cure 2. As you notice there, it was all the way at the bottom, meaning it's likely that when I was to level that white chocobo, that would have fallen off and again, likely been replaced by something else. Again, I'm guessing. So we'll take a look here at what we actually get as we level up. And again, on top of that, we'll see kind of what I need to still infuse for abilities. I may have already kind of taken care of that. I know there's a couple of abilities that the white chocobo doesn't get that that'll actually be useful. So anyways, I've decided to oddly go with the vitality droplets. I'm not really sure why I went with that. I guess other than maybe. It looks like I did learn Feral Speed too. So this is going to be interesting, seeing kind of how this plays out ability or infusion ability wise. So we'll have a look here at the end. But generally, okay. So what I did here, I actually wanted to go with as much HP as possible. So I suspect that the reason why I did that was because I wasn't too worried about its magic stat. I don't know. It's arguable. It probably was. I just don't know if it was that great of an idea to go with vitality. To be honest, instead of, say, like mana. And again, so I think, though, part of my thought process was to try to boost up its HP even a little bit more, just so that it's kind of easier to, or we get more of a buffer for getting into the critical status. So again, it'll take a little bit less damage to get there, and the actual amount of HP that it'll still have while in critical HP will be a bit higher. So a little bit safer, I guess, in the long run. So what we're doing there, so the chocobos all have basically the same growth patterns, where you want to get to level 10 and then do potents, because potents are always the best from level 10 to level 40. And then once you go from 40 to 41, then swap back to whatever it is that you decided you want to do. Obviously, again, I went with Vitality. It's really kind of tough to justify that as opposed to like Magic instead. But that's what I did. So and again, for the reasons that I mentioned earlier, where I just wanted to have a bigger buffer and a bigger HP total. Just overall, and again, I think that helps with getting those buffs that we get from being in critical status. So, again, that's kind of my rationale. That's why I went with this way. I don't know that this is the best way to do it. It's just kind of, to be honest, this is something that I just tried this playthrough. I've never built this way before. Again, I don't know whether it was the best way to do it or not. Probably not, but it is what it is. It's what I did, and to be honest, I liked how it turned out. So. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. Now, once you get to the Vitality Crystals are actually really easy to farm. Again, I actually kind of touched on that in one of the earlier videos here. Obviously, doing the Sunlit Waterscape 300 AF here. You close the gate, beat the Royal Ripeness the first time, and then once you've beat him for the first time, you just keep beating him immediately, and you can just kill him back to back, and you'll get a couple of Vitality Crystals every single time you do that. So, anyways, that is how I farmed those Vitality Crystals. Again, my opinion is that's the best way to do it. I could have swore that you got maybe some from beating Atlas, but I'm really questioning whether or not that's the case. I just don't remember. But anyways, my thought was that this was the easiest way to do it. So that is why we are here. And then on top of that, it's just super convenient because they start you out right here, right next to Royal Ripeness, and you can just keep killing him over and over and over, and getting more of those Vitality Crystals. So anyways, that is what I did to farm. It looks like I'm at is that level 98? It sure looks like it. And, okay, so I've got, again, keep in mind, I think a couple of these abilities, actually, I'm not seeing it. I think it's Kiraja with a J. I'm not actually seeing that ability right there. So it looks like I might have to infuse in order to get that. Now, the one thing that the white chocobo is missing that the green one gets is the ability Cheer, which I don't put much stock in. So, if Cheer is a must-have for you, well, sad day. White chocobo doesn't get it. So there are quite a few other monsters that do get it though. So if you really got to have that ability, you'll have to stick to those. Unfortunately, that's the other thing. The Cheer ability is not able to be infused. So again, if your monster doesn't start with it, you're not going to get it. So keep that in mind. So here I'm just actually going to take down the Royal Ripeness. I know this is, a white chocobo guide, but I kind of just wanted to show you guys an easy way of farming those crystals that I, again, used for my white chocobo. So I think most of the time when I was beating this Royal Ripeness, to be honest, I actually never even swapped over to a healing paradigm at all. So this is kind of just to showcase, I guess, my white chocobo once I actually bring it in. But it looks like, I brought him in too early. So if you notice there, he's not in critical status, so he's not going to get those buffs, which is unfortunate. Alright, so and I'm already pulling him back out. So again, with a fully developed party and a really good, a decent monster, I actually I didn't have to heal. So there's your Vitality Crystals. So again, I don't know. I went with this Vitality route with the white chocobo. I kind of liked it, and to be honest, it worked out pretty well. So pretty happy with that. Again, I don't know if it's the best. I don't know if it performs the best, but I liked it, and it did exactly what I wanted it to. So here's our last level. Yeah, wow. So it took a ton of vitality crystals to get there. So and I learned the raise ability, which is pretty much a staple of any good medic. So there you have it. That is the final build. Feral Surge, Feral Fatigue, Resist Physical, so on and so forth. It looks like, again, the only ones that I actually had to lock were the Resist Physical. I don't know if I actually had to lock that or not, but its potential, or it may have just happened regardless, just because of the order that I infused. And then the improved Cure 2, that was an absolute must to lock, because that was going to fall off if I would have leveled the white chocobo. So again, had to yellow lock that. But as you can see here, this specific build didn't take a whole lot of yellow locks, so not a whole lot of... I should say it was pretty easy to level it, especially compared to that blue chocobo guide that I did. Which again, it's kind of whatever. If you decide you wanted to do something else, all the power to you. Now, I'm actually just infusing some Sentinels now. You need to infuse 99 levels worth of Sentinels in order to get... We'll see here. I don't even remember what it was. This is going to unlock my Resist Physical, which I don't think matters at this point. But we'll see. Yeah, I don't think it matters at all. Let's see here. All right. Oh, so we're not even done. Okay, so it looks like I need more levels of Sentinels is my guess here. So this should finish it off is my guess. I kind of felt like a good one to use was the, I think it's the Pulse Knight. Nope, it's Pulse Soldier. I'm sorry. So that's from New Bodom. Just really cheap way to level or get Sentinel monsters. So there it is. Okay, so that's the infusion bonus that you get is the Kiraja. So pretty important ability for medics to have. Anyways, that's my white chocobo build. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching.